Good day, great students. Today we're working on Excel 365 2019 Capstone, Level 3, Working with Sales Data. Go ahead and click on your start file. And apparently we have resources, so we're going to open up our resources. Start with our start file. Go ahead and click on Enable Editing, and let's maximize our screen. Step 3 says, copy the Old Town Store worksheet from the Old Town Sales Workbook. So I need to open up the Old Town Sales file. Click on Enable Editing. Going to right click on Old Town Store. Select Move or Copy. In the Move or Copy dialog, be sure to check the Create a Copy. Select your capstone project. So we're going to click where it says Move Selected Sheets to Book. Click that drop down arrow and we're going to select our capstone level 3. And we want to make sure that the copy worksheet will appear at the end after the Tyson Store 2018 worksheet. We're going to click on Move to End and then click OK. We see that it has now copied below Tyson Store 2018. We're going to close the Old Town Sales Workbook. So in order to do that, minimize this one. I'm going to hit the red X on this one. Note, don't save. Open my original window. Step 4 says insert a new worksheet and rename it Mobile Sales. So to insert a new worksheet, we click on the New Worksheet button. We're going to click on, right click on it, select Rename, and change it to Mobile Sales. Press Enter. Step 5, if necessary, move the Mobile Sales worksheet so it appears first in the workbook. So we're going to click on it and wait until we see our little sheet of paper pop up. We're going to drag all the way to the very beginning. Step 6 says enter the text and sales data as shown in the table below. Check your work carefully. Cell A1 says topped corn mobile sales July. Cell B2 is truck location. Cell B3 is Farragut Square. C3 is GW. D3 is Georgetown. E3 is K Street. A4 is Old Bay. B5 is 2500. C5 is 800. D5 is 600. Sorry, 4. K Street 4 is 900. My apologies, that whole entire row was E4 through A4. A5 is Truffle. 3200 for B5. 600 for C5. 1200 for D5 and 1500 for E5. A6 is Sea Salt and Caramel. $4,200, $1,500, $1,400, and $1,200. Step 7 says format the data as follows. Apply the title sales style to cell A1. So we're going to click on cell A1. And in the Styles Gallery, I'm going to click on the More button. I'm going to scroll until I find the one that says Title. Apply the purple fill color to cell A1. Use the first color at the right in the row of standard colors. So I'm going to click in the font section to the fill color, click on the drop down arrow. In standard colors, we're going to go all the way to the first one on the right, which is purple. 7C says apply the white background 1 font color to cell A1. So I'm going to click on the drop down color arrow and select white background 1. 7D says merge and center the worksheet title across cells A1 through E1. So I'm going to click in cell A1, go all the way over to E1. Going to go into the alignment section and select the merge and center button. Step 7E says apply the heading 2 style, cell style to cell B2. So we click on cell B2, which says truck location. Go back to the styles group, click on the more button, and we're looking for heading 2. So we click on heading 2. Merge and center cells B2 to E2. So I'm going to click on cell B2 and go all the way over to E2 and click on merge and center. Bold cells B3 through E3. It's going to highlight cells B3 through E3. Going to select bold in the font section. Apply the accounting number format with 0 digits after the decimal to B4 through E6. Go to the number section, hit the $ for the counting number format, and where it says decrease decimal, I'm going to decrease the decimal 2 times. 7I says autofit columns A through E. So in order to select a column, I click on A and highlight all the way over until we get to E. I'm going to go to the cells group, click on format, scroll down and click on autofit column width. Number 8 says calculate total sales for each of the truck locations. So enter the word total in cell A7. Type in total. Enter a sum function in cell B7. I'm going to tab over to B7. And we're going to enter in a sum function for cells B4 through B6. In order to do that, go to the editing group. Select auto sum, click that drop down arrow, select sum, and you will see it automatically puts in B4 to B6. So hit enter. Use autofill to copy the formula to cells C7 to E7. So we're going to click and we're going to make sure our cursor is a fill in. We're going to copy the formula over. Apply the total cell style to cells A7 through E7. So we're going to highlight cells A7 through E7. Go to the styles group, click on the more button. We're going to look for the one that says total. Select total. Number 9 says insert a pie chart 2D pie to show the Old Bay sales for the month by location. So we're going to highlight Old Bay and then up to the locations. Each piece of the pie should represent the Old Bay sales for a single location. So in order to do this, we highlight our information. We go to the Insert tab. We want to insert a recommended chart. We go to All Charts, and we're looking for a pie chart. So we click on we hover over and it says pie. The rest of them are not 2D. So click OK. We have the one for Old Bay. Number 10 says modify the pie chart as follows. Apply the layout 6 quick layout. So we have our chart here. We have our chart styles. We have quick layout here. So we're going to click on the drop down arrow and we're looking for layout 6 quick layout. Select it. Move the chart so it appears below the sales data. Going to hover over the chart until we have our move arrow. We're going to take it and drag it below the sales data. '11 says insert a cluster column chart, a 2D column, to show the sales for each type of popcorn for each location. Do not include the totals. So in order to do that, then we need to highlight everything except for the totals. And we're going to click on Insert, Recommended Chart, and we're looking for clustered column. Click on All Charts, Column, Clustered Column, select OK. Number 12 says modify the column chart as follows. If necessary, modify the chart so each location is represented by a data series and the popcorn types are along the x-axis. So click on switch row. That way you have the Old Bay, the truffle, and the sea salt, which are the flavors, on the x-axis. Change the chart title to July sales by popcorn type. So we're going to click on the chart title. I'm going to highlight it and change it to July sales by popcorn type. Apply style 5, chart quick style. So we're going to click on the chart style, click on the more button, and we're looking for style 5. Display the chart data labels using the outside in option. We're going to click on the chart elements button, better known or as a plus symbol. Click on data labels, click on the arrow and select outside in. If necessary, move the chart so it is next to the pie chart and the top of the charts are aligned. So we're going to click on the chart and drag it so that it's next to it and it's also aligned top to top with the Old Bay chart. Step 13 says preview how the worksheet will look when printed and then apply print settings to print the worksheet on a single page. Hint, if you have one of the charts selected, deselect it before previewing the worksheet. Preview the worksheet again when you are finished to check your work. So we're going to make sure we uncheck the chart. I'm going to click on File, Print, and this is what our chart will look like. Well, we want it to all print on one page. So we have to change the orientation so the page is wider than it is tall. In order to do that, we go to Page Layout, go to Orientation, and we want to change it to Landscape. We want to change the margins to the preset Narrow option. So we're going to select Margins and select Narrow. We want to change the printing scale so all columns will print on a single page. Click on File, click Print. And we see that everything actually prints on a single page. But it says no scaling. We want to click on that and select Fit All Columns on one page. Step 14 says topped corn is considered a new truck purchase. Calculate the monthly loan payments and total cost of the loan. So we're going to insert a new worksheet. We're going to go back to our worksheets. We're going to insert a new worksheet and we're going between mobile sales and online sales. We're going to name the worksheet Truck Loan. I'm going to right click, select Rename, and change to Truck Loan. I'm going to change the color of the worksheet tab to orange. So select Tab Color and select Orange. Use the third color from the left of the row of standard colors. And we're going to enter the loan terms as shown below. So cell A1 says price. B1 says $55,000. A2 says interest annual. And B2 says 3%. A3 says loan term in months. B3 says 24. And A4 says monthly payment. We're going to auto fit column A. So left click on A, go to the Home tab. Click Sales, Format, and then Auto Fit Column Width. Set the width of column B to 16. So we're going to highlight column B, go to Format, select Column Width, and we're going to change that to a 16 and press Enter. We're going to apply the currency number format to cell B1 and display 2 digits after the decimal place. So go to the number section, click on the drop down arrow, select currency, and make sure you only have 2 digits. We're going to enter a formula using the PMT function in cell B4. So click on cell B4, Go to Formulas, Financial, because it's a payment. Scroll down until you see PMT. Be sure to use a negative value for the PV argument. So where it says rate, we're going to go and click on the interest rate. We're going to divide by 12 because it's for 12 months. Where it says NPER, number of payments, we're going to click on the number 24. Where it says PV, we're going to put a negative sign. And then we're going to click on the price. And we're going to click OK. The payment comes up to $2,363.97. So in cell A6, we're going to type total payments. In cell B6, we're going to enter a formula to calculate the total paid over the life of the loan. So the monthly payment amount times the number of payments. In order to do this, we first hit an equal sign. And the monthly payment amount is here times the number of payments here. I'm going to hit enter. In cell A7, we're going to type in interest paid. In cell B7, we're going to enter a formula to calculate total interest paid over the life of the loan. So we start off with any formula starts off with an equal sign. The total payments, which is here, minus the original price of the truck, which is here. I'm going to hit enter. So we're going to apply borders using thick outside border option around cells A6 to B7. So A6 to B7, go to the Home tab, click on the Borders and Shading drop-down arrow, and we're going to select Thick Outside Borders. In cell A9, we're going to type Average Sales. In cell B9, we're going to enter a formula to calculate the average sales per month for the truck loans. It says, hint, use cells B7 and E7 for mobile sales worksheet as a function argument. Click on the drop-down arrow next to AutoSum, select Average, and because we're using the ones for mobile sales, we're going to click on the Mobile Sales tab, and we're going to select cells B7 through E7. Hit enter, and it comes up with $4,900. Apply the currency number format to cell B9. So click on cell B9. That says number format. Make sure that it does say currency. Display 2 decimals after, which we have. And in cell A10, we're going to type buy new truck ? In cell B10, we're going to enter a formula using the if function. So go to the Formulas tab, go to Logical, and select if. And it says if the monthly payment, which is this is the monthly payment, of the truck loan is less than, which is less than here, average sales per month, for the current truck display, yes. If not, display no. So then we'll put no here. Worksheet. We're going to right click on the Tyson's 2018 worksheet and select hide. Step 16 says complete the following steps on the Tyson's Store 2019 worksheet. So I'm going to click on Tyson's Store 29 worksheet and select cells A2 through A32. So A2 through A32. And apply short date format. So I'm going to go to the Home tab and click on Number. Scroll down until I see Short Date. Find the top 10 sales items for the month. Select cells B2 through D32. So I'm going to highlight B2 through D32. And use conditional formatting. Click on the conditional formatting button. To apply a green fill text, since I'm doing the top 10 items, with dark green text to the top 10. So look for green fill with dark green text. Click it, select OK. In cell F2, enter a formula to calculate the daily total in dollars. Multiply the value in the daily total. So I'm going to hit enter. the equal sign, the daily total number sold column by the current price per box in cell K1. So I'm going to hit that times the current price, K1, and hit F4 to make that absolute reference, and hit enter. I want to copy this formula from F32 to F33. In cell G2, enter a formula using the if function to determine whether the daily sales goal in cell K2 was met. Display yes if the value in the daily total column is greater than or equal to the daily sales goal. So to do that, we're going to click on the Formulas tab, go to Logical, select If. The logical test is if the daily total, which is this, is greater than or equal to the daily sales goal, which is this, we have to hit F4 because that cell reference has to be absolute. Then we'll say yes. If it's not, then we'll say no. Click OK, and we're going to copy this formula all the way down to the bottom of the table. We're going to create a named range, daily totals for cell F2 through F32. So we're going to highlight cells F2 through F32. We're going to click on our name box, and we're going to change it to daily totals. Press enter. In cell K3, enter a formula using the named range daily totals to calculate the average daily sales in dollars. Since we want average, we click on the auto sum drop down box, select average, and what we're looking for is daily totals. We will start typing DA and select daily totals and hit enter. Should come up with $2,762. In cell K4, enter a formula using the name range daily totals to find the lowest daily sales in dollars. Do the same thing, go to auto sum, select min, and type in daily, double click, hit enter. We'll do it one more time for the highest. So click on auto sum, max, change that to daily totals, and hit enter. Wrap the text in cell J7. So click on cell J7 and select wrap text. Go to the home tab in the alignment group and click on the wrap text button. Use goal seek to find the new price per box. Click on cell per box, cell K8 to reach a new daily average sales goal of $3,000 in cell K7. Accept the solution found by goal seek. In order to do goal seek, what you want to do is go to the data tab, go to the what if analysis in the forecast category, and select goal seek. Set cell K8. Actually, we want to set cell K7 to a value of 3,000 by changing cell value K8. Click OK and click OK. Modify cell K8 to show 2 decimal places. So we're going to click on cell K8, click on the Home tab, and increase decimal places to 2. Number 17 says make a copy of the online sales worksheet. So we're going to right click the online sales worksheet, select move or copy. We're going to name it pivot data. So make sure we select create a copy. The pivot data sheet should be the last worksheet in the workbook, and select move to end. Right click on it, rename, and select and name it pivot data. Hit enter once you've renamed the sheet. Go to the online sales worksheet and format the sales data as a table using table style Aqua, table style light 9. So I'm going to highlight my table data. I'm going to go to insert, click on table, and make sure I have my table has a header checked. And where it says table styles, I'm going to click on the more button. I'm looking for aqua, table style light, 9. So I'm going to click on this one to select it. Step 19 says display the table total row. So in table style options, I'm going to select total row. Display the total for the quantity column. Click the drop down arrow and select sum. Where it has 117, you want to click this and select none, because it says remove the count from the state column. Step 20 says sort the data alphabetically by values in the item column. I'm going to scroll. Go to sort and filter, select sort, and you want to sort by the item column. Click OK. 21 says filter the table to show only rows where the value in the state column is MD. Click on the filter button, unselect all, and then select MD only. Click OK. 22, create a pivot table using the data in cells A3 through D120 from the data in the pivot data worksheet. So now we're going to click on the pivot data worksheet. We're going to select cells A3 all the way down to cells D120. The pivot table should appear on its own worksheet. Use values from the item column as the rows and the sum of values in the quantity columns as the values. So we're going to go and insert a pivot table. Click OK. And it says that we are going to use values from the item column as the rows. I'm going to check item and put that in rows. And we're going to use sum of values in the quantity column as column. So I'm going to click on quantity. Name the pivot table worksheet pivot table. We're going to right click on sheet 1 and select rename and change it to pivot table. It should be located to the left of pivot data worksheet, and it is. Hit enter. Insert a pivot chart on the pivot table worksheet. Use a pie chart to represent the total quantity for each item. If necessary, move the pivot chart to the right of the pivot table so it does not cover the data. So we're going to insert a pivot chart. So click on pivot chart. I'm going to select a pie chart. So select pie. And then click OK. Move the pivot chart to the right of the pivot table so it does not cover the data. And we have it here to the right. This workbook includes a hidden worksheet with online sales data from the 2018 buy one get one free sale, unhide BOGO sales 2018. In order to unhide a sheet, you right click and you select unhide on any sheet. Select BOGO sales 2018, select OK. I'm going to save and submit the file, so save. Click upload my file. Select your file. Click open. Click on grade my file if it does not automatically grade. Good job.